friends, MD Vegan Juice Fasting Day. Once a week I only drink juices, water, other beverages, plant milk, broth, coffee, tea, everything. But I don't eat. I want to reduce the calories once a week on a day, and reduce also the activity of my intestines. So pause digestion is always my idea of that. So these two things, reducing calories and pausing digestion, is what fasting is to me, physically, I mean what I do. Both are very important. Reducing calories changes the metabolism, the way the body produces energy to work, to cleanse, to heal, is different in a fasting day with less energy, less calories, less food. It's called ketosis, something like that, when the body goes into emergency mode, and it's more cleansing, it's more effective way of burning ketones. The ketones are a small kind of molecule, much smaller than sugar molecules. It's usually our fuel for the cells mostly is sugar molecules. They are larger than ketones. Ketones are small, and to burn them is more effective, brings more energy with less to do. And also the digestion, when that is reduced, we don't need energy for digestion. We don't do that. We don't need energy. The juices go directly into the nutrients, go directly to the bloodstream. Digestion is not working, and pausing digestion to me is also very, very nice, because I get all this energy. It is, I don't know really how that is related, the ketosis and the resting of digestion, and so I don't know. Definitely what I know is I experience a cleansing, body cleanses. There's also science about that, how that works. It's complicated and not so much, very deep knowledge about that where everybody agrees or so. But it is an ancient tradition, the fasting in all kinds of cultures. We have had fasting. Fasting was always normal in our civilization. The humans never had food for every day. That's a new thing. Industrialized societies, they have food for every day by industrialized agriculture and so. But before that, we always had fasting periods. So we have fasting in our culture, also in religions and so context for cleansing, they say, for being more withdrawn, to pause, to rest. So these kind of ceremonies, rituals, these kind of things are everywhere. And science is not so clear about it. I guess there are some things when I share. Digestion is pretty clear, and reducing calories, ketosis, also the thing. But how we should fast, there is much debate about it. I do it once a week because we call that Gentle Juicefasting. Is from tree yoga. That is my yoga style where I practice every day. For the Yogini Kaliji, she's the founder. 1980, she came up with a kind of enlightenment where she creates this kind of yoga flow, postures and breathing techniques, and all systematic, very interesting. Every day since then, for 43 years now, she has these creations, these siddhis, these Kriyavati siddhi it's called. It's another topic, but she gave me this inspiration with the gentle moon fasting, gentle juice fasting. It's moon fasting. I call it also moon fasting because we do it also on moon days, full moon, new moon, prominently, because and then Ekadashi days, 11 days after moon, full moon and new moon, so 4 days a month basically, and that is basically once a week. You could say once a week to make it very simple. All the rest is just more theory, and so not so important. I just mentioned it once in a while. So gentle is the most important thing here. Gentle juice fasting means that I don't harm myself. I'm gentle. It's according to Tree Yoga lifestyle, is non-violent lifestyle. Ahimsa, the Indians say. Ahimsa is another word for veganism also. Living without harming others and yourself. It's non-violent. It's a universal law, they say, the yogis say, and we all live under this law. If we use violence, we harm somebody, ourselves or others, we make it harder for us and others in the end. Yeah. It doesn't pay off. It's always a bad idea to do that. It's basically the idea, and it's in flow with economy. I think economy is clear. If you push against, you run a car against a wall, it's not economic. It's violent action, and it destroys everything. And you can't control what happens. Using violence is always a loss of control. Also, it's very difficult to complicate. Once you begin to use violence, it's not recommended. You better not do it. So that's the idea, I guess. It's my interpretation. Yeah. There's a lot to talk about that, but yeah, I'm not here to talk about non-violence today so much. It's always in the background, but it's the gentle aspect of this fasting is so nice, because when I feel great, I don't push myself, I don't do violence to myself. The body can better heal. More positive mind, I feel better in general. So, because fasting oftentimes is connected in my past also with pushing myself. Maximum effect I want to have. Yeah, do harder, do longer, less calories, only water, and these kind of things. Yeah, maximize. But that didn't help me. It came to a limit. At a certain point, I got sick or something, and so I did too much. That threw me back. I had to start all over, because these kind of things is always a regular practice behind it. Whatever you do, I guess, when you do regularly, systematically, you have a certain success you are headed at. Yeah, you need to be focused on that, what you want, and then you do it systematically, and then you get there at some point, if you do it right, and if the goal is good, And then, I found after many years that the gentle way of fasting, just 1 day a week, that's it. For years and years I can go with that, is the best way. And also in general, when you look at the whole population, everybody could do it for 1 day when they are great, when they feel great, when they're healthy. When you're not healthy, you should always look at a doctor or somebody who helps you with that. But when you're healthy and cool and so, then you can always fast a day without harming yourself. That is what medical science says. 1 day fasting is no problem if you feel good. If you more than 1 day, you could begin to harm yourself. Inner organs could be a little bit harmed or stressed or so. That's not recommended. It's a risk. So to avoid all risks and to do it regularly, so everybody can do it without problem, gentle juice fasting is the way. So that's it for today. Now let's go to the juice, because these juices, to me, when I get this energy and this cleansing effect, my senses also are more alert. I can taste better, and I understand what I eat, what I drink better. Fasting, I already drink, and I have a deeper understanding of the recipes I make. That's a great opportunity to be creative, and that's why I bring to you today, and always on every day when I show a video, I show something of my creativity. On a fasting day is a very high creativity, very intense. So today I make a juice with vegetables, fruit, and then some kind of seasoning, so to say, 3 parts. The veggie part, the main part, where the most important nutrients are on the fasting day. Veggie juices, like green juices, red juices, basically that's it. And I have a little bit of kale, and a little bit of red beet. See, that's kale. That's the most nutrient-dense vegetable we have at all. There's no food with more nutrients than this one, the kale. It's very amazing. And this is a beet, red beet. Yeah, that is also very powerful, but more in terms of flavor. It's it creates amazing flavors. It's a very dense earth flavor, and the beet itself gives me more endurance, whereas I would say the greens are more like taking a deep breath, refreshing, invigorating. But endurance comes with beet, and refreshment, I would say, tentatively, the greens. So but I put it together, the greens and the red juices. And carrots, I would say that's the easiest juice you can ever make, carrot juice. You just juice carrots and you have a delicious juice. Which you cannot do with beets or kale. You always have to put something into it. But carrots is the easiest one. It's also an earth flavor. It's like a beet juice a little bit, but very light as compared to the beet. It's an earth flavor, and earth flavors can be made delicious with orange without changing the earth flavor. So I have three fruits here, and the fruit I use to make veggie juices. They are oftentimes a little bit bitter or tart or intense. I make them delicious with fruit. That's the idea of my juice recipes. Usually I make a veggie part and make it delicious with fruit, sweet and sour fruit. And I have today 3 fruit, and that's very special because these 3 fruit, orange, apple and pear. Here I show you first the oranges and the apples, but about the same amount here. 3 little juice oranges, 2 apples, it's almost the same here, and pears together. It's a very special juice. I made that juice a couple of years ago, first time, when I combined these 3, beautiful pear, also the same amount about. When I made this together the first time, I was very amazed. I thought, wow, it tastes so nice. Why don't they sell this juice somewhere? They sell orange juice, apple juice, pear juice, but apple, orange, pear juice I haven't seen so far. So why don't they do that? It's so delicious. It's a little bit creamy, all the common flavors we know, all these fruit here in the Western Hemisphere, orange, apple, pear, very common here everywhere. No, and I didn't do that too. There was a famous American activist, Black American activist, Gregory, his name, I guess it was. He made this juice in a smoothie, and he was always gave this food to his friend activists on the street. They were fighting for race, liberty of race, against discrimination, and also for the animals. He was also a vegan activist. Very fantastic guy, and I didn't even know him, and then I read the book, and then I saw this recipe where he made this special smoothie, and wow, it has this juice as a base. Wow, it was so delicious. So now I take this juice all the time and make it together with my veggie juices. So that is the fruit part to make it delicious, and then I have a seasoning part where I give it a special flavor, and that is another green. Here I have a little bit of celery stalks, the green part of it here. But whatever you have, you can also take the stalks, the white part. This is the green. The green is more intense, tart. Don't take so much of it, I would recommend. And then I have ginger. This gives a smoky flavor, very interesting as a seasoning for many juices and other recipes. And this gives a more hot, fiery flavor. It doesn't change so much the flavor of the ginger. The ginger rather intensifies the other flavors. It is more like a seasoning as opposed to flavoring. Flavoring comes more from the celery stalks and greens, and the seasoning, when you want to discriminate that, from the ginger and the lemon. Lemon also make the other flavors stronger, fresher, keeps them more fresh, and also enhances the sugary flavors. Something sweet, like a fruit, gets more delicious a little bit with a lemon can. And also with a bitter flavor, like from the greens, the kale, or also the beet, it balances a little bit these strong flavors from the vegetables. So lemon is very versatile, making other flavors nicer. So I have 3 parts here: veggies, fruit, and the seasoning part. Let's see how it works. I will juice it now, and then I'll show you in a minute. And when I come back, or in a second, I'll show you what it tastes like and what it looks like. My juice is done. I didn't taste it yet. I have a little bit more here in the juice container. Didn't all fit. It's about 1.2 liter. So a lot of juice here. I had 9 ingredients, and that is a very complex, in my kitchen, very complex flavor. All ingredients are very different. The different veggies and the different fruit and the different seasonings, then the celery. So all different, so very complex flavor. These kind of juices with 9 ingredients are very complex. The easiest juice, as I said, for example, would be a carrot juice, just carrots, very easy. Of course, the carrot flavor is also a complex earth flavor. Earth flavor combine all kinds of flavors. It's an earth element. Yeah, if you want to talk about these kind of ideas of earth and being energy and an element, and so it's not modern talk. It's ancient talk rather. But you know, we have an idea about earth. Yeah? Earth are growing, and these plants are growing in the earth. They have an earth flavor. We know the earth flavors. They are heavy, dense, yeah, intense, yeah, like a beet and a carrot. So these are complex flavors. But when you put all these flavors together, you don't recognize these flavors anymore. Yeah? You have a very complex composition. You don't know what the parts are. That is in that way complex. Yeah? I don't know if there's carrot juice in there. Does it taste like a carrot? I don't know. You have to have a refined taste blunt, yeah, to understand that, to get that. Yeah? In that way complex. Yeah? So that is a complex flavor, and I have to balance the ingredients, the fruit with the veggies, yeah, to make it nice. Too many veggies or many veggies make it more bitter, heavy, intense, powerful flavor. More fruit will make it like sweeter, nicer, easier, yeah. And whatever you like. Some people like it more tense, yeah, more strong flavors, a little bitter more. And there's so many different flavors, tastes as people, right? And so I find I try to find a middle ground. I try to say what you get, what you put in. So basically, I say when you put fruit and veggies together, so half-half is usually where I begin. So half-half can be a balanced juice, not too bitter, not too sweet. That way I go. Yeah, and this flavor here is balanced. Also, I would say I haven't tasted it. I assume that. That's where I begin. Almost similar amount of fruit and veggies, and then some seasoning. So that's the general idea about how I taste it also. What's the balance? What can I taste first? And the dressing, the color also is very nice. It's a dark red color. It's always with beet juices. You can make it different when you put greens into that. It gets some even darker. Beautiful, I like these colors. And when you put more oranges in, also get lighter, and so forth. What I would not do, I don't like to do, is usually put different flavors, colors together. It turns brown. It is such a color where it's more a dirty color where sometimes that can be also nice, but usually I avoid that. I want bright colors, pure colors, like red, for example. Beet is very easy to make beautiful. You can put greens in beets, no problem. But you cannot make a carrot juice and then put something green, like a green herb in that. It gets brown and dirty. I don't like that so much. And when you like the flavor, that's another story. You can try, but usually I won't do that. I won't try. When I make a carrot juice, I try. Okay, I can't use a green there. With the beet juice, it's different. In beet you can do everything. The color is always beautiful. Yeah, but with carrots, not so much. That's another way how to make a flavor to me, a juice, a recipe with the colors in mind. Colors are very important. Colors, doctors say, eat the rainbow because of the colors. Yeah, all colors in, healthy, good. For example. Yeah. So the color is nice. Point one. The texture, another important feature of a flavor of a dish, is very nice. It's not too thick and not too thin. It's homogeneous. It's always everywhere the same. No lumps in there. So that's a nice texture. So I can see that. I show you in a moment when I pour it into a glass. But now the most important thing, the flavor. Let's see. Wow, very nice. I put 2 small lemons in because I have quite amount of fruit. Usually when I make an orange juice, for example, I have 1 or 2 oranges or 3 oranges and 1 lemon. So 1 to 2, 1 to 3 is the ratio I would prefer with lemons, because lemons can be very strong, can change a lot. If you take too much, it's sour. You don't want that. And here is right on the top. The 2 small lemons here, perfect. Yeah, that's a good thing. It's nice. So I taste the flavor of the lemon. Ginger is not too much. You can even put some more. It can be hotter. Yeah, that's nice. Fire. And the celery is there also. It's a very nice celery tone there. Not too much. When it gets overwhelming, it's not just smoky. It's bitter and tart. And it not nice. It's overwhelming everything. That's not the case, but there's a slight celery flavor in there. I like that. Very good. And then the balance, a great balance between the fruit and the veggies, also nice. Yeah. So, well, I can't go into details of the flavor because that tastes for everyone different. I don't know how to describe flavors. I can just try a little bit to say the conditions. Yeah. And then I have to be very flowerful, yeah, blossomy or bloomy. Here, look at that. That is what I show you now. You see the beautiful color and the texture, a little bit how it flows. And I can always tell it's a wonderful flavor. It's very complex. And when I last time I made a similar juice without the carrots, and the carrots and the beets, they are similar, but the beets have a lot more sugar. So taking out the carrots and put a beet in there makes it less powerful, because you have less veggies, have the same amount of beets, but the carrots makes it more powerful with another earth flavor. But I leave it away, then the beet is there, it has more sugar. But the carrot has also sugar, but not as much as beet. Beet has the most sugar. And when I put the fruit in there, the beet flavor, the sugar in the beets and the carrots get released and turns into nice flavors. That's why fruit are so important, especially for earth flavors. Earth flavors are made delicious with fruit, sweet and sour. They release the sugars into the flavor. Otherwise, these sugars oftentimes are hidden in the beet flavor, in the earth flavors, especially with the beet. So I put more orange in there last time, more fruit as compared to this amount of veggies, and it was a rather sweet juice. I was very surprised that the juice, pretty much the same juice without the carrots, was so sweet. I liked it, but it was surprisingly sweet, because usually these veggie juices are not that sweet. Yeah, the balance, the sugar, the balance, the veggie with the fruit is usually not so sweet. It makes it delicious. But I was surprised leaving away the carrot. That's why I added the carrot today. I wanted to try the same recipe with the carrot to make it give it more earth flavor, to balance more the sweetness of the fruit. And yeah, it worked. So it's another very great juice. And the more complex these juices, the more exciting they are in a way. Something new happens. And the magic of putting all this melting together, merging together in one new flavor, that's of course what's a nice thing for a chef to achieve. And when people like it, of course, it's the greatest gift. Yeah. So I hope you like it. I hope you like my video. If you like, subscribe, MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. And you can also find me on Facebook with a Tree Yoga Moon Fasting page. That's another page where these juices are all. And you can find a moon fasting calendar for the best fasting days and all these things over there. See you soon.